Jenny. Come on. You're going to miss it.
Tell them to start without me. I need to check on Marie.
She'll be fine. You don't need to check on her every 5 minutes. Come on, it's starting.
Okay, you're right.
For the best part of my later years, I worked as a private investigator. I'd seen many a terrible case. Sadly, most of them unresolved. But in 1954, something terrible and far closer to home happened that I could not avoid. And it happened right here, in Dahlia View. The police are here. What on earth is all the commotion?
He says that it's all quiet. Inversion style. Say off. Yeah. Definitely. But yeah, so we're playing Conway Disappearance at Dahlia View. It's another mystery. We have to solve a case of a missing 8-year-old. We'll see how successful we are.
Now, where's my camera? I need to see what's going on outside my window.
Okay, so the camera's over here. And this is all blind. I hadn't even tested out the game.
Now, I can get a closer look.
Okay, I don't think there's anything else we need here. Back that up. Get to the window.
What on earth is all the commotion?
Blood. Let me look at that right there. Tony Morgan's blood. Blunt force trauma.
Might have to zoom in for a closer look. Oh, that's Tony Morgan's blood. Oh my God, I hope he's all right.
I don't know, he might
Please
be
let him
dead.
all right.
Yeah, that's a lot of blood too. Okay, he's gonna go, I guess, check out the girl.
Shirley Downes. She runs the Crow's Nest. Her office overlooks the courtyard.
Okay, they're not gonna talk.
Harold Levy owns most of the flats in Dahlia View. I wonder if he saw something.
Okay, let's get a picture of her. The old ladies, they always know.
Old Mrs. Doer. She's usually peering through her window watching our neighbours. It's past her bedtime.
All right, let's take a picture of this. What does that say? Charlotte May bound during abduction.
It's too far away. I'll have to zoom in. Bound during abduction. Dear God. Charlotte May, Mr. Morgan's daughter, has been kidnapped.
What is this? Smashed during attack. So we got a plant.
Smashed plant pot. I must have slipped through it. I should have come to my window sooner.
Alright, see what's going on over here. Okay, we can't take a picture of him. I like how it kind of glows yellow to signify that that's something of importance.
I wonder if Catherine is with them. Theodore and Annabelle McKee, I believe. I really should get to know my neighbors better.
Damn, one of your neighbors is a kidnapper, so might be saving yourself. Okay, so we've done most of the people. Let me just kind of look around here. Is there anything else we're missing? Oh, here we go. Possible chloroform's drugging.
Chloroform? What on earth?
Alrighty. I would take a picture of this, like, this wheel thing. Okay, we can leave observation, so I'm assuming we gotten everything of value. I'm just gonna kind of scroll around just to make sure. But yeah, this is kind of the game we're gonna play. We're in a wheelchair, we take photos of evidence, and we go to other people's buildings to communicate with them and try to figure out who kidnapped Sally May or Charlotte May.
A kidnapping right on my doorstep. Who doesn't bear thinking about? Imagine if it was Catherine. Time to pay my neighbors a visit and see what they know.
All right, and like, oh, that's weird. This guy right here, Conway, he's a retired detective. Hopefully we figure out why he's in a wheelchair. Take his notepad. All right, objective. Something has happened in Dahlia View, but what? Talk to the Dahlia View residents in the courtyard and find out what they know about Charlotte May's abduction. Okay. I just gotta kind of get used to the controls. It's a little weird with the camera angles. And to be honest, I don't know what's this door out. I'm guessing it's this one because it has a lock. Turn this bad boy around. There's something there. Riverport Pavilion, The Fall of a King. Ticket of admission, Saturday, 26th June 1954 at 7:30 p.m. The Fall of a King, starring Sylvian Hitchcock. Admission, $1.50. Oh yeah, this is the times when it was cheap. It was kind of cheap. $1.50 was a lot. Welcome to Pinwheel. Hello, old friend. To answer your question, things are the way they always have been for me. You know the drill. I'm so sorry to hear about your situation. I myself am starting to forget the odd thing here and there. Jim's worried as usual. We're going to have to face it, old boy. We're getting old. Anyway, look at it like this. You always did like sitting on your ass all day. Now you can do it without being told you're lazy. I promise I'll visit soon and show a little more respect. Jean sends her love. All the best, Fletch. Okay, I like this. All right, let's go outside. Let's go investigate. I want to try to figure out. Oh, definitely not that. Oh, it might be better this way. Actually, yeah, you know what? I like the triggers and left stick. For movement? Do we take the elevator? Some music going on in there. Alright, let's go into the elevator. Luckily, we don't have to press the button, apparently. It knows where we're going. You know, this is like the 1950s. This is kind of neat that they actually have, you know, wheelchair accessible. Pretty, you know, it was hard back then in the day. Okay, we can't read that, unfortunately.
Charlotte May could only be 7 or 8 years old. Why would someone want to take her? It doesn't make any sense.
Ooh, look at him go. Damn, you can really, like, fly. Alright, let's talk to these people first. They're close.
Hello, Mr. Conway.
Good evening.
Terrible what's happened, isn't it?
So you know what happened?
They're looking for a kidnapper. A search is about to start in the Pine Woods.
My sister, Shirley, she owns the pub across the way. The searchers are all meeting there first.
What do you know about the kidnapping, Mr. Conway?
Not much. That's why I'm talking to the pair of you.
You should talk to the old busybody over in her big manor house.
Mrs. Doer.
She knows everything that goes on here. I wouldn't be surprised if she saw the kidnapper.
I wouldn't be surprised if she was the kidnapper.
That's an awful thing to say.
Well, have you seen her? Always fawning over that little girl. All alone in that big house. Plenty of room to hide someone.
I can see that you've put a lot of thought into this, Mrs. McKee.
A little too much, love.
Well, I'm not the only one who thinks it.
Oh, blast. What time is it?
It must be a little after midnight by now, surely.
The search is starting without me. I have to get my coat. You'll forgive me, Mr. Conway?
Yes, good night.
Good night, Mr. Conway.
We'll talk again soon.
Damn, that girl's got like an angry stride. Alright, so they think the old lady did it, but we all know no old lady be kidnapping kids. They just like, you know, kids because they're old. They like, you know, fawning over them, and because the kids actually give them attention that their kids don't give them. But we'll talk to them all.
Good evening, Mr. Levy. Evening. How strange times we live in when a girl can be taken on your doorstep.
You ain't wrong. It's a bloody mess.
Did you see what happened at all? No. How well did you know Charlotte May? You lived next door. You must have seen her a lot.
I hope they're going to clean all this mess up tonight. I've got a business to run.
I'm sure this must be a great inconvenience to you.
That reminds me. Rent day tomorrow. Don't be late.
I haven't forgotten.
Good. Keep it that way, and we'll get along just fine.
May I ask what you were doing tonight?
No.
Okay, so he's the owner. Typical asshole. Get out of that, though. Let's go talk to the old lady. Damn, this camera angle.
Mr. Conway, may I have a moment?
Oh, I'm coming.
Do you know what's happened?
Never mind all that. Your daughter is a police officer, is she not?
She is.
Here, I found this.
A brooch.
What's this then?
A brooch. I found it on the floor here. It probably belonged to that poor girl. Thought I'd better pick it up before Shirley Downes gets her mitts on it.
What do you mean by that?
Never mind. Perhaps you can make sure it finds its way to your daughter.
I will, and thank you for telling me.
Just doing my duty.
Can you tell me what you meant about Shirley?
Good night, Mr. Conway.
Did you see anything else at all?
Just make sure to give your daughter that brooch.
Look at her go. Alright, let's go talk to the other lady here, Shirley, who's apparently a thief. Go see what she's got to say.
Miss Downes, do you have a moment?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
I can come back if you need some time.
No, it's fine. I'm just... I can't believe this is happening so close to home. Well, maybe I can.
What do you mean by that?
Not everyone in Dahlia View is as they seem, Mr. Conway.
Miss Downes, who are you referring to?
That son of a bitch right there, with the smug look on his face.
Mr. Levy?
Why not? I mean, what do you really know about him?
Well, I pay him my rent once a fortnight, but no other than that. I didn't really speak to the man.
Well, sadly I do. He's up to something. You must have noticed all the strange deliveries, coming and going at night.
You think he took Charlotte May?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm sorry. Miss Downes, what are you basing this on?
Experience, Mr. Conway. You'll excuse me, I need to help the police with their search.
So it looks like...
There's Mr. Morgan.
Apparently there's someone else. But it looks like everyone's pretty much against each other. In some sense, they're all blaming each other. Or they assume one or the other did it. Oh. But we can't get up there. Not wheelchair accessible. I can sue, you know, if it wasn't the 50s. Alrighty, so let's kind of go away. I'm guessing maybe we go, yeah, check out the house. See what he's got to say. It looks like he's having trouble closing his door. Run him over.
Hello, Mr. Morgan. My name is Robert Conway. I live in flat 23.
Yes, I've seen you around, Mr. Conway.
Well, you see, I thought I'd better come over and check you're okay. Some of our neighbours seem to be content just to stare. I'm so sorry to hear about your daughter.
Very kind of you. I'm sorry, but I'm late joining the search. I've been talking to the police for over an hour.
Of course, I understand. The police officer you spoke to was most likely my daughter.
Is that so?
Yes, she's a very determined young lady. If anyone is going to find your daughter, it's her. I was once a private investigator myself, so I know how her mind works.
Well, it's comforting to know I'm surrounded by such competent minds, Mr. Conway.
I'd like to offer my services too, if you'd permit me.
That's very kind, but I don't have money, I'm afraid.
Mr. Morgan, no. I'm a father myself. I meant to say that I'm at your disposal.
Very generous, but the police said that...
All I'd be doing is observing and talking to people. And if I find anything, I'll be sure to share it with Catherine.
Catherine?
My daughter, the police officer.
Right, of course.
That reminds me. I have this brooch. Does this mean anything to you?
That's Charlotte May's.
You see how the simplest detail can be overlooked, even by the police. Best to have as many eyes on the case, in my experience.
I see your point. May I have it back, please?
Would you mind if I kept onto it for a day or so, in case it was to have some use?
Yes, of course. If you think it would help. I would very much like you to return it, though.
As soon as I have something to report back to you. You have my word.
So, where do you suppose you'd begin?
Well, right here.
In Dahlia View?
Yes. It's my experience that it's
Usually someone who knows the victim.
Do you mean to tell me that one of my neighbours has my girl?
No, I'm merely saying that it's a logical place to start.
Now I see. That's why the police searched my house. Because I'm a suspect, I suppose.
That's the way it works, I'm sorry to say.
So they're not even looking for the real kidnapper?
I can assure you they will be.
Tell me, Mr. Conway, and be honest. Are you going to look for my girl?
I promise you, I'll stop at nothing until I find her. For now, I need you to think of anyone who could have taken Charlotte May.
I don't know.
Think, anyone or anything at all.
Mr. Conway, who do you know who could do such a thing?
You see your point. Well, for now, perhaps try to get some rest. Charlotte May needs you to be strong for her.
You'll excuse me, Mr. Conway. I'm going to join the search and find my little girl.
That's fair enough, Mr. Morgan. Good night, and good luck.
Good night, Mr. Conway.
Alrighty, so we talked to everyone. We can't really do anything there. There is this kind of like weird pathway here, I noticed. Kind of looks a little dark and abandoned. Nothing over there, but we might go over there in the future. Let me back up. Okay, so I should return home to piece together the information I've collected. It looks also he can interact.
So the kidnapper smashed this during the altercation.
Yeah, we're definitely going to interact with all of these just so we have them.
Mr. Morgan must have taken quite a hit.
And that was the wound that was on top of his head. It's kind of strange with the amount of blood on the ground. You would assume that it was a bigger gash. Whoa.
It never fails to amaze me what some people are capable of.
Alrighty, and I think that's the last one. I think there was only 3 pieces of evidence. Let me make sure there's nothing over here. Oh no, here we go, the rope.
Who would tie up a small child?
Alright, I think that's everything. So now we can finally turn around. And there really shouldn't be anything. Let me kind of check this out. Nope, we're good. Let's go back to our room and then we can start the beginning of our investigation. Uh-oh. His daughter, maybe?
Dad?
Catherine. I thought I might bump into you tonight.
Well, I shouldn't be here, what with you living so close. Conflict of interest and all.
Are you finished here?
Almost, yes. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. It's poor Charlotte May I'm worried about. Anyway, look at you. I rarely get to see you in your uniform. You look good.
Thank you. I wish it was a little more comfortable.
Catherine, can I ask, what have you found?
I'm not allowed to tell you. You know that. Besides, I don't have all the details myself, and my sergeant isn't exactly forthcoming with new recruits.
Hang in there. You're an asset. They'll come to see how intelligent you are.
Thank you. All I can say is that it looks as though Tony Morgan's daughter has been kidnapped.
Awful news. May I ask why they're searching the Pinewoods? Do they know where the kidnapper went?
No. It's a dead end. We're clueless, but we can't be seen to be doing nothing. And the locals suggested the woods, so...
Dear God, sometimes wonder if I should talk to my neighbours again.
Hang on, again?
Yes, Catherine, I've been thinking and...
Dad.
What?
I know this is happening on your doorstep, but please don't get any ideas.
I'm a naturally curious person, you know that.
You don't do this anymore. Leave it to us, please.
Well, do the police have any ideas?
Dad, I mean it. Don't get involved.
Well, I'd like to help you.
I want to do this on my own.
I didn't realize what this means to you.
I meant to say, I want to do it the right way. By the book. Please promise me.
Okay, I promise. I'll leave the police work up to you.
Thank you. Anyway, I'd better be off. I have to make a statement before the morning press. My sergeant is finally trusting me with something.
Well, you'd better hurry. I'll look out for your article in the morning paper.
Right. I'm off. Please go back inside. You'll catch a chill.
Night, my love.
Night, Dad.
The last thing I want is to upset Catherine. I can tell how serious she is about her case. I've never seen her so driven. I suppose I'll still develop the photos I've taken of the crime scene. I might have captured something that the police did not. And I won't be stepping on Catherine's toes if I stay in my flat and out of the way.
The next morning, okay. Let's see what type of investigation he's done. Okay, so he took a picture of the brooch, so we can probably return it.
I wonder if finding where the brooch was dropped could help build a better picture of the attacker's movements.
Damn, I accidentally put off some stuff, unfortunately. Answer questions to solve evidence board. Connect the pin from the question to the relevant piece of information. Oh, okay, hold on. Not what I wanted. Back there. Check this one out. Apparently it was from here, so I'm going to connect them two.
So, if Mrs. Dole was right about where she found the brooch, it means the kidnapper must have come past her manor house at some point during the abduction. I forgot to give Catherine the brooch. There just hasn't been a good time. It sounds like I have mail.
Alright, let's see what he got. Gotta be a little bit careful because I could accidentally cut out audio.
Now what's this?
An envelope, a blank envelope. Suspects. I apologize for my shortness last night, Mr. Conway. I realized that you were trying to help me. I've already told the police, but the only people who I think could have taken my Charlotte May are our neighbors. The McKees, Harold Levy, Shirley Downes, and old Miss Dora. All have access to the courtyard. You said yourself, and I think you might be onto something. More eyes on the case can only be a good thing. Thank you again for offering to help, T. Morgan. Yeah, they didn't find nothing there. Okay.
Mr. Morgan's note implicates most of his neighbors. I had suspected as much, but now I have something solid to work with. Catherine has asked me not to get involved, but I've already promised Mr. Morgan I'll find Charlotte May. I should have told Catherine there and then. I'm already involved. can feel it again. That drive, that first pull at the yarn. It's all on this evidence board. Suspects, victims, items found at the scene. I have everything. All that remains is to watch over my neighbours until one of them makes a mistake, and I can still give Catherine her space. If the whole town is searching the Pinewoods, someone needs to keep an eye over Dahlia View.
That's where we come in with our trusty camera. That's a weird, like, pause or wait.
I've been sitting watching my neighbours on and off for hours, but I've seen nothing of any use for my evidence board. Tony Morgan suggested that the McKees were acting strangely around Charlotte May. I heard Theodore return home earlier this evening, but didn't manage to get a glimpse. Charlotte May is counting on me to find her, but so far I've drawn a blank. Perhaps the McKees are innocent. Only time will tell.
Alright, so it looks like we might investigate the McKees here.
Annabelle and Theodore seemed normal enough when we spoke last night. By their account, they didn't see much at all. Why would Mr. Morgan ask me to watch them? Theodore appears to be waiting for her.
Very strange. Damn, looks like he was in a hurry to meet her.
Theodore looks unhappy about I don't know what. He's pacing back and forth. It seems heated.
Okay, it looks like they kind of ran off. Going on here?
I still have no idea what the problem is. Perhaps this is what Mr. Morgan was talking about.
Oh, they both looked over here.
Now, Annabelle has seen something just out of my view. Whatever it is, she's horrified by it. What on earth is it?
Yeah, they did something wrong.
What are you thinking, Annabelle? What can you see?
Let's just keep on watching them, though.
She's got a knife.
She gonna kill someone. Is there blood on that knife?
Jesus. She's going to... No. She wants Theo to use it. Mr. Morgan is writing missing posters by hand. He's been there all evening. He doesn't know which one to use.
Yeah, those look like two things they can use as weapons against people. Smash them or cut them.
Theo, don't do it. Whatever it is, take pause of yourself. He's evicting one of my neighbours. It's not related to the McKees. Theo, who are you talking to? Is that a practice swing? Dear God. What have I just witnessed?
Nothing good, that's for sure.
Some time has passed since I saw Theo hit something with a mallet. I didn't actually see anything. No proof. I have no evidence at all.
Damn, it got dark quick. 40 minutes.
Annabelle is back at the door.
Okay, hurry. Go. Go!
What in God's name?
Shit.
What are you doing?
Well, if you would help me.
I'm not touching that thing.
That thing was your idea.
My idea.
Damn, it's a body. Or it could be a body.
Christ. Get it out of here.
What the hell do you think I'm doing?
Hurry up! Mr. Morgan.
Hello, Annabelle.
Lovely evening.
Yes, I suppose so. Please, if you don't mind, I have something...
It's just all so sad, isn't it?
Please, I really do need to be going.
I'm so sorry, of course.
It's fine, Annabelle.
You gonna put the body in there?
If there's anything I can do, you won't hesitate to ask.
Certainly, look at Theodore. Ask him what's wrapped in that rug.
He didn't see it.
Damn it, what should I do? Catherine asked me not to get involved. But this...
Okay. We take a picture of the flowers.
It's not over until it's over. I think I need to pay the McKees a personal call.
You know, it's key to notice that there's only 3 flowers there. Can we take a picture of that Charlotte May?
I've barely slept at all. I can't fully explain what I observed last night, and I can't shake the image of Charlotte May in the McKees' pantry, lying there, helpless.
Okay, so she's been missing for at least a day, which is not good.
When Charlotte May is found, I need to take another holiday. Catherine would love to see Pinwheel again, I'm sure.
Okay, so these are all the places he's been.
I thought the days of me developing reel after reel of film were behind me. I almost miss it. Bar the mess.
So it's just some film. Developing film in the 20th century. Tips and tricks to get a professional look. The forerunner of the camera was the camera obscura, a dark chamber of rooms with a hole, later a lens in one wall through which images of objects outside the room were projected on the opposite wall. The principle was probably known to the Chinese and to ancient Greeks such as Aristotle more than 2,000 years ago.
Seems like a lifetime ago. Look at me now.
King's Regiment, yeah. British intelligence saves the day. King's Regiment officer Robert Conway's quick thinking under fire led to saving the lives of over 20 men with a radio transmission was intercepted. Staff Sergeant Michael Williams said that Conway, 22, decoded the transmission in record time. A scouting party was about to be sent directly into enemy territory when, moments before, Robert Conway sprang to action and managed to steal a Jerry radio and intercept their battle plans. The 20 men he saved later proved to be vital in the war effort. For more, turn to page 5. Was that Busta Barberton? Robert Conway? Yeah, nothing fancy there. Yeah, I think we're good.
Damn.
Oh, so maybe he hasn't paid his rent yet? Uh-oh. Don't want to get kicked out now.
My old case files. Some I'd rather forget.
Alright, I think we've investigated this.
The police are searching out in Riverport. They haven't seen what I have. And it's too soon to involve them. What if I'm wrong?
Yeah, because we don't really know what's in the carpet. I mean, we definitely think it's something illegal.
I miss you, old friends.
Is everything there? Go check what's over here. He's got a weird room. Oh, this is his,
These are developing nicely.
his camera room. Okay.
All set up and ready to go. Now, to gather some evidence from the McKees.
Yeah, I don't think we really need to check anything in here. Yeah, I think we're good. We might have to develop some film later. Might be a little difficult. Yeah, these are all his stuff. We go here. He's got some notes apparently. So Lady Dorr is an elderly widow who occupies the old manor house next door to my block of flats. Last we spoke, she seemed to have little time for me and handed me a brooch. She lives alone, and I think it's safe to say that most people in Dahlia View know little to nothing about her. Her house looks like the perfect place to hide someone, old, dark, and mostly abandoned. Shirley Downes is the landlady of the Crow's Nest, the pub where the searchers for Charlotte May are meeting. Other than the noise from the nightlife, I didn't even hear from her. She's always looked like a confident person from afar. I was surprised to see how unnerved she was when talking about Harold Levy. It'd be interesting to find out more about her when I can get around to it. Harold Levy is my landlord and the owner of Levy & Sons Garage. He holds a lot of power in Dahlia View. Until now, he's kept to himself and not given me reason for concern, most likely because I pay my rent on time. It was very rude when we spoke, and if looks were to go by, I wouldn't put much past the man. Okay, so Annabelle was forcing Theo to use the mallet in the pantry. It's clear to me that she's in charge of the relationship. Interesting. Annabelle McKee is a housewife and married to Theodore. I believe her sister Shirley Downes is the landlady of the Crow's Nest pub. Annabelle seems a little odd when we spoke and had strong opinions of her neighbor, Miss Dorr. I wouldn't go as far as to say cruel, but she clearly a person of harsh views and seems overeager to share. I don't know her well enough to judge just yet, but she's got my attention. Theo spent a great deal of time debating whether or not to bludgeon whatever was in that pantry. Violence clearly doesn't come easy to him. It's apparent that Theo was uncomfortable transporting the rug to the boot of the car. It suggests that Annabelle is in charge and that Theo will do anything for her. And his little backstory. Theodore works at Levy & Sons Garage as a mechanic. On the odd occasion, I see him leave the gate carrying various musical instruments. When we spoke, he seemed to want his wife Annabelle to say a little less to me than she did. Perhaps he didn't want her to give something away. On the other hand, he did seem eager to join the search party. If experience has taught me anything at all, I shall at least keep a sharp eye on him. Okay. Well, we're going to stop there today, so make sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out the links below. In the next one, we'll leave our bedroom here and do a little bit more exploring.